one of the questions that students today are asking is, now amid the entire controversy, one group is saying, no, this is the correct version of history, which we have been subscribing to for a very long time. And suddenly there is a particular ecosystem which is challenging the current narrative, right? But to pass an exam and to secure good marks, which one do you have to subscribe to? And I mean, although this is not probably a very ethical thing to do for students, because you'll be inheriting a certain indoctrination which is supposed to not happen.
Students have no choice. If you're talking about UPSC, you're talking about one of the toughest exams out there. The difference between getting an IAS, IPS, IFS, or any one of the ranks, any one of the 22 services that you have, all India services, it's 1 mark. And whether you qualify for the next round also is dependent on that 1 mark. So how can you tell a student to go away from what is in the syllabus? Or how can you tell the student to go away from this? Especially knowing also there is a certain section of that very same community that you are talking about is going to be correcting those answer sheets and going to be marking you as well. So where is the scope for you to go astray? Not go astray, sorry, I take back my words. Where is the place, where is the leeway for you to talk about true history? There is no leeway at all, because the textbooks do not have a clear reflection of what true history really has to be. Now you're talking about this particular issue, of the Bhakti movement.
Yeah.
How many people actually know that the Bhakti movement goes back, to so many centuries? We talk about Sufism and we talk about all of that much later. But the Bhakti movement started in southern India, started somewhere in Tamil Nadu in the 7th and 8th century. Raja Chola the first was one of the first few proponents of the Bhakti movement, Bhakti preachings, and he spoke about it at length. Also, if you go to some of the temples in Tamil Nadu, you will see carvings of Nayanars and Alvars all over the place, and these temples are thousands of years old. So the Nayanars are, the original proponents of the Bhakti movement. And they are followers of Shiva, whereas the Alvars are followers of Vishnu. So this goes back, to centuries, thousands of years. So why isn't all of this mentioned in our textbooks? When we talk about the Bhakti movement, it talks about, there was this caste system problem in India, and the Bhakti saints decided to go ahead and abolish caste system. What is caste system? Who brought about this caste system? And we make such a big deal about the caste system today. Tomorrow's caste is going to be, are you a doctor's son? Are you an engineer's son? Are you a rich person's son or not? And that segregation and division is definitely going to be made. There is a difference. The caste system was brought about by others to ensure that they get their piece of the pie and they get their way as far as India is concerned. Otherwise, our scriptures very clearly speak about varnas, and there is a big difference between the varnas and the caste system itself as it prevails today. That we will leave for another time and another discussion, because today we are talking about history, but history really has to be told in the right way, especially with new facts and figures. And it doesn't have to start at UPSC. It has to start in our textbooks at the primary school level. Unfortunately, even with the national education policy, the new education policy, so much is being spoken about, nothing is seen as tangible proof, unfortunately.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.